Hi everyone, welcome to Weekly Messages with your angels and your higher self with me, Julie Poole. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe, click that little bell so you don't miss a thing. All the cards that I use, the link is in the description below, along with the links to your weeklies and your monthlies. All right then, let's just dive right in. Hello my lovely people. How are we for the week of the 16th of July? My goodness me, we've had some energy shifts over this last week, have we not? So we've had that massive new moon, 12th, 13th of July last week, and this eclipse that came in. And what this is doing is it's bringing up all sorts of stuff for us in our day-to-day lives that needs to be eclipsed out. I've done loads of readings with people coming to me and what is going on. I feel this is done. I feel this is changing. I feel this is shifting. Yes, for many of you it is. Me too. My business is shifting and changing too. I've got my website guy updating my website at the moment. Been working on it fantastically. Bless him. Making things more up to date of what they are now. And this is the thing, okay? Things don't stay the same. Think about a river when a log falls across the river and the water behind it can't move, okay? And it gets stagnant and it goes all green and yucky. We kind of do the same thing, all right, my loves? We do. We get stale, we get stuck. Everything is always growing. Everything is always evolving. And when we stop growing and stop evolving, we go green and yucky and stagnant, okay? We are that green slimy water. It's like, it doesn't work, does it? So what we want to do is trust the universe, trust our inner self, our higher self, our soul source energy, that everything that is changing and shifting is meant to change and shift, is right for us, that we've got a bit stale in that area and we need to go over here a little bit and then we might go back to it, but we need to be constantly evolving. And that's what this last week's energy has been about. And so as we go into the week of the 16th of July, it's like, right, you're in this new energy. What are you going to do with it? What do you want to do with it? How do you want to harness that, manifest that? So that's the energy of the week. So let's see what the cards have to say to add to it. All right, so as always, let's start with messages from your higher selves. And this is for everybody. And then I'm going to go on to one card for each of the 12 signs. And I will put timestamps into the description for you. So you just click on them and it'll take you straight to your bit. But let's start with the general, okay? The general energy. All right, notice I haven't got my face on today. I haven't got my nails painted. Very remiss. Being busy doing nothing. How does that sound? Being busy doing nothing. All right, everybody needs a little bit of time being busy doing nothing. And then we get back to being busy doing something. And now I'm doing something. All right, so energy please. For everybody watching, for the 16th of July, what have we got for the 16th of July? What's the main energies, information, messages coming through from our higher self? For everybody watching, I want that one. Lovely. You can't make this stuff up. The Judgment card is rebirth. Do we want all of them? No, we just want that one. Now I'm going to put these back in. The bottom card underneath, stay put. All right, we've got the Queen of Swords reversed and the Eight of Wands there. All right, we want in that one, so that's gone on the bottom at the moment. Okay, Six of Wands, not feeling very successful, some of you. That's because I want that one, that sort of jumps. Lovely. Okay, what else do we want please from the higher self? Smashing. Yay! All right then, let's start off with this first card, Judgment. So this is where we're starting the week, and the Judgment card, let me bring it up for you. Do you see those souls, those spirits coming up? If we go to the traditional Rider-Waite Rider-Waite deck, can't get my words out today. We see these souls coming up from coffins, rising. Okay, this is the rebirth card. The Judgment card is about rebirth. Now, this completely ties into what I was saying there earlier, that last week with the eclipses, we're eclipsing out stuff that's holding us back so that we can come into this rebirth, this lovely new energy. Think about a baby. Their skin is so perfect and soft and squidgy. They are just so pure and innocent and lovely. And this is us being able to come back into that innocence, into that trusting spirit, soul that we are, with rising up out of, well, thinking about the coffins, rising up out of the coffins that trap us. And we can sometimes get trapped in relationships that don't work. We can get trapped in, a sense of financial entrapment. Yeah. Never, ever, ever feel that you're trapped, my darlings. It's always a choice, always about what do you prioritize. Do I prioritize this house even though I'm in an unhappy relationship? Do I prioritize, what else? My children, even though I'm really unhappy. Do you not think your children would be happier with a happier parent? Because I do. Do you not trust the universe to sort things out if you've made that decision? This is what I want, because they will. So you are rising up out of what was holding you back, what was making you feel trapped and stuck. And this week now we're rising up and rising forward. How lovely. Now, it's going to take a bit of work. 8 of Wands is a card of hard work, but successful hard work. The sun is out. Those wands are coming out from behind the clouds. And what these are saying when they're going together, these guys, is they're saying, look, yeah, after you make some changes, there's often a bit of work involved, all right? We have to do that work to create the new life that's waiting for us. Now, for some of us, it's going to be a whole new life. For other of you, it'll be bits of your life, parts of your life that are new. That can often be new attitudes. And this is why I want to go now to the Queen. The Queen of Swords. Swords is about our mental attitudes, the way we think, our mental prisons. Now she's upside down. So it's all about how do we choose to think about things, you know, PMA, positive mental attitude, which is empowering, liberating, strengthening, or do we choose to feel the victim, the woe is me, disempowered, helpless? It's all about how we choose to master our mind and our thoughts. Now, for some of you, as you come out of this energy of eclipse, and what is eclipsing out, and bear in mind we've got another 2 eclipses to come in the next 4 to 6 weeks as well, you may be feeling, I can't do it. All right, I'm just feeling really, it's all horrible, it's going horribly wrong. I'm feeling really negative about everything. Now, what we want to do is try, and it's easier said than done, I do appreciate that, but try and get out of that space of the woe is me, it's not fair, it's all going horribly wrong. Try and get out of that space as best you can, my darlings. It won't serve you. What you want to do is trust. The universe has got my back. I've got my back. I'm doing this for my future. And yes, it might be a bit wobbly and yucky right now, because let's go back to that analogy of the river getting stuck, the flow getting stuck, and the water turning green. Now, imagine that we move the log and the water starts to flow. Now, initially, all the green yuck starts to flow into that beautiful, clean river, contaminating it. But if we trust in the flow, which we want to do, this is where then we know that it's going to flow and clean itself. It will flow through. It will dissipate. Okay, so for those of you who are feeling a little bit yuck, trust that the yuck will pass. I love my terminologies, yuck. Anyway, right, we understand. Okay, 6 of Wands reversed is where we're coming to next. Now, this is a card of success, riding high, feeling amazing, feeling woohoo, everybody's cheering me on, everybody's clapping for me, celebrating for me. Now he's upside down at the moment. Okay, why is he upside down? Because we're feeling a little bit the opposite. Any of you that have made these changes and in this bit of a stuck energy here, feeling, oh my God, what's going on? All right, you're feeling, some of you, less than successful, and less than people patting you on the back and clapping, people saying, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Oh my God, you know, whoa, that's so destructive. People may be giving you a hard time. But I want you to look at these other two cards, because we've got the Knight of Swords, which is taking action on our thoughts, taking control of our thoughts and saying, do you know what? I do trust the universe. I do trust my instincts. I do trust my intuition. And even though this might be a little bit messy, I know that I'm doing the right thing. And as we step into that mastery and control over our negative thoughts, this is where we get to. This is where we're at by the end of the week, guys. This beautiful space here of the star. I am the star. I am the shining star. I am. I let my light flow and glow and brighten my way and others. All right, look at the water. Still. She's pouring that water from 2 jugs. This is about balancing. This is about flow. It's about trust. Trusting your instincts. Trusting your intuition. So this week, as we come out of the back of that first eclipse, whatever you have eclipsed out or has been eclipsed out for you, because that's the other thing, isn't it? Very often, if we don't do it nicely, the universe does it for us, and sometimes can feel a little bit harshly, that we're moving into this star. We are the star. And what in your life was holding your star back, you've got rid of through that eclipse, and you're moving into this lovely space. So we're having a great week, guys. Let's see what the angels want to add. What do you angels want to chip in with, please? My beautiful, wonderful angels and the angelic team and your angels. What do the angels want to add? There we go. All right. So what have we got here? Look, it's all about inner peace. All of this stuff here that your higher self, soul source energy is working with you, through you, to get you into this. That's what it's all about. This work here, this work here on our mental thoughts, being able to turn around this negative attitude and the woe is me self-pity party, is all to bring you into this place of inner peace, because that's when our light can shine. We can't shine like the stars that we are when our peace is, well, non-existent or reduced. We just can't. But as we come into this place of trust, of getting rid of what doesn't serve us, getting rid of the yucky green stuff in the water, in the flow of life, then we can come into this beautiful inner peace. That's what this week is all about for you guys. All right, my darlings. Okay, let's put these back now and let's see what we have for Aries. All right, my darling Aries, what have we got for you for this week of the 16th? What do Aries need to know, please? Can we have some information for Aries? There we go. All right, Aries, we have got Justice at the moment reversed. Okay, so some of you are in a position where you are feeling life isn't fair. It isn't just. It's all going horribly wrong. We're back to that victim mentality of it's not fair rather than trust. Now, the fact that Justice is here is saying to you it is just, it is fair. It's to move you into that place of inner peace. So for those of you feeling that is just another change for change's sake, that things are not going in your favor, please trust that Justice is doing its job, that it's moving you into that place that you need to be. Now, for some of you, we're looking at the Justice card a little bit more specific, which is about court actions, about legal actions, and at the moment it's upside down. So for those of you in court battles, the outcome may not be what you're wanting it to be. And again, this is where we have to just trust. All right, my Aries, is there anything else I want to add? I'm taken to this here, this sun here. I want you to focus on that there is a light and that justice always has its day. It may not be today, but it has its day. All right. Okay, let's put that one back in and let's see what we have for Taurus, please. So we're looking for Taurus messages now. Messages for the Taurians watching this. What does Taurus need to know for this week of the 16th, please? All right, Taurus, you're in this position of choices. 7 of Cups, let me bring it up. Each of those cups is a different choice. Each of those cups is an option, opportunity coming your way. Now, sometimes too many choices can make us very indecisive, can't make our mind up. So it's asking you to look at each of these cups and saying, does it feel right? Is it good for me? And I'm particularly drawn to the cup here with the dove because the overall energy for this week is about peace. So which of these cups brings you peace and which brings you fire? Now, fire and passion and flow has its day and has its time. And sometimes that's what we need. But the energy of this week is about peace. So it's asking you to look at which of the options, opportunities are on the table for you is going to bring you the most peace, because that's the one you want to go with. All right, my darlings. Let's see what we have for Gemini now. What does Gemini need to know, please, for the week of the 16th? Can we have a message for Gemini? Gemini? Yes? Yeah. Okay. Geminis, we're on the 7 of Swords reversed. 7 of Swords is a card where I want to go. Picked up my 5 swords. Those are the bits I need. I'm leaving the other 2 behind and I'm off. And I'm off fairly quietly, not really sneaking, but just focusing on, I don't need to shout this from the rooftops. I'm just going to quietly move away from this situation. Now he's upside down. So Geminis, this is saying either you are not taking your 5 swords and going, and you probably should be, although I hate using the words woulda, shoulda, coulda. Some of you are feeling a little bit stuck that I can't go. Trust me when I tell you, you always have the power. Sometimes we forget, but we always have it. And when we remember that, we come back into our power. So those of you feel that you need to be being a little bit discreet and you're not, maybe shouting it from the rooftops, wanting other people to approve, to agree with you, to support you. You don't need others' approval, my darling, to do what feels right for you. Anything else we need to tell Gemini? Nope, that's it. Alrighty, let's see what we have for Cancer for this week. What does Cancer need to know for the week of the 16th, please? 16th of July for Cancer. That one. Oh, Cancer, you're in this lovely King of Cups energy. So the King of Cups, strong, assertive, firm, quite unemotional, can be a bit of a cold fish sometimes. Okay, he's the right way up. He's Saturn ruled, which is all about doing things traditionally properly. Now, why is he here? Okay, because you've had quite a sensitive week, all right? And so when we have, when we're very much feeling sensitive, oversensitive, it can put us out of balance and we can lose a bit of power by doing that. So this week's energy for you guys is to feel less sensitive, to feel more go into the more of a unemotional state, because it will help you to stabilize. All right, when we think about emotions, there's sort of swings here and swings there, and just imagine the pendulum. When we're very sensitive, instead of it just swinging like this, it's swinging way up here and way up there and off balance. And this week's energy is to bring you into balance. Okay, so we want to get rid of letting go of the sensitivity, come into a more unemotional, cold, if you like, place, but it will help to balance. You won't stay cold for very long because that's not who you are, but it will just help to bring it back into balance for you. All right, my darlings, that's what we have for you. Let's see what Leo needs to know, please. What are the messages for Leo for that week? Okay, Leo, we've got the Two of Cups. Do we want that reversed? No, we don't. All right, so we're going to have the Two of Cups the right way round. So, Leo, Two of Cups is a card of very often new romance, but it can also be a new relationship with yourself. Feeling stronger and more assertive in yourself, calmer in yourself, more in control, more connected with yourself, with your inner self. And for others of you, this is about friendship. So we have, this week is about connections for you guys. So Leos, we're asked to look at your connections this week, bearing in mind the messages at the beginning in the general, that it's all about you taking your power, taking control over negative thoughts. And this week it's about bringing alignment into relationships, romantic relationships, and the relationship with yourself. All right, my darlings, I hope that helps. And what do we have for Virgo for the week of the 16th, please? Virgo for the week of the 16th. Okay, Virgo, we've got some changes coming up. See, people fear the Tower card. I don't. I quite like it. Okay, this actually ties in really well with what we were talking about in the general read. So the eclipses eclipse stuff out, which means stuff has to fall away because it's no good, doesn't serve you anymore, needs to shift and change. Now, as I said, I'm sure I said, because the messages come through me rather than from me at the beginning, that we can do things nicely, do it ourselves, make those changes, go with the flow, or we can resist them, in which case, if they're really needed, the universe will do them for us, and then it can feel a little bit uncomfortable. So for those of you not flowing, not going with the flow, resisting the change, you may feel this Tower energy of the we're going to crack it wide open, because you have to move this forward. Whether this is moving forward your mental thoughts, your thoughts about empowerment, your thoughts about your freedoms and choices in life, whatever it is that needs to be cracked open so that you can come into your inner peace and empowerment. So this week, guys, resistance is futile. That's the words I want to use. Go with the flow. Trust that the eclipses come in to eclipse out what is no longer good for us. Don't resist it, flow with it, and that Tower will turn around really quickly, and you will land on the other side of those changes feeling really comfortable, confident, and good. Smash it. All right. Let's see what we have for Libra, please. What does Libra need to know? I want that one. Okay, Libra. This is about money for you this week, guys. Very often I look at the pentacles and I don't see money. I see other energies of grounding. But for you guys this week, I do feel it's about money. So you're taking action on some money. Some of you are reining it in, saying, look, we're just going to have to be really careful for the rest of this summer. Winter for my friends in the Southern Hemisphere. For the next 6 weeks, I'm needing to be really careful with money. All right, don't go into scarcity and lack, but just go into working with what you have and trusting that it will all balance back up. Anything else I need to say about this card, please? Okay, for others of you, you're needing to restructure and reorganize some finances. So looking at what can be shifted over here and over there. Rein it in over here in order to spread it more over there. This week is a week of looking at your money, but don't go into that scarcity and lack and panic. Just say, okay, we need to, some of you have had a lot of expenses recently, so you just need to rein it in to balance that back up. Everything is always balanced. Please remember that. So if we've had a lot of expenses, it makes absolute sense that we'll be a little bit skint for a while, and we just need to go careful, not splashing out until the finances balance themselves back up again, which they absolutely will. Anything else? Nope, that's it. All right, Librans, that's what we have for you this week. And what does Scorpio need to know? I know you've had quite a tough few weeks, haven't you, Scorpio? All right, so let's see what help, support, guidance we can have from your higher self for the week of the 16th. I'm going to go with a top card there for you guys. We've got the World. Oh, we're finally getting into this lovely place of the world opening up for you. You owning the world, having the world, your inner world. And that coming to reflect then your outer world. This is a card of massive empowerment, guys. Massive. Wonderful, moving you into your world. For some of you, I feel that your world was waiting for you over there in the wings, and it's suddenly coming into play, and this is lovely. I'm seeing an image of a stage, you know, like a theatre stage with the curtains and the world standing in the I can't think of the words, you know, behind the curtains in the wings, wanting, and I'm feeling she's just going to bounce out like a dancer, like a ballerina, bouncing across the stage. This is your world really starting to come in for you this week, guys. I'm really excited for you. Let me know what this means, how this unfolds. Now, obviously, if this is big stuff, it's not all going to start, middle, and finish this week, but we definitely have this energy coming in for you this week that I feel is going to go on for some months. Lovely. And actually, I just want to stay with that for a moment. Have a look at your 6 monthly read, because I'm feeling that this is a turning point in relation to that. See where it fits in for your 6 monthlies, my darling Scorpios. All right, let's see what we have for Sagittarius for this week then. What does Sagittarius need to know, please, the week of the 16th? Energy for Sagittarius, please. Okay, Sag. Tired. That's okay. We're allowed to be tired. If we overdo it, we get a bit tired. We get a bit exhausted. Now, the Four of Swords is a card of, I've got one sword left. It's just there by my hand if I need it. But the other 3 swords I've used, and I'm pretty knackered now. So this week, guys, you've done a lot of work through that eclipse, and it may have hit some of you harder than others. So I want you to rest up this week as much as you can. And that includes mental rest. The swords is mental, don't forget. All those thoughts, chitter-chatter, tell them to shut up, okay? Allow yourself a little bit of peace and rest this week, and then you'll be ready to go, raring to go next week. Okay. All righty, let's see what we've got for Capricorn then, please, for the week of the 16th. What does Capricorn need to know, please, for the 16th? What have we got for our lovely Capricorns? Oh, I say, Cappies, you have the High Priestess. You are this week in your spiritual power, in your higher power, in your higher self. You're totally linked with the universe. You're in that trust mode. So going back to those messages and the general, for you guys, you know it. You're going with the flow. You're just saying, yep, the eclipses have shifted my perspective, have shifted some of my relationships, some of my attitudes, and I feel really good. I trust this absolutely. I am in the flow. I am lifting into my higher self. I know the universe is guiding me to my place. Fantastic. Wonderful. All right, then, let's see what we have for Aquarius. Hello, my lovely Aquarians. How are you for this week? Let's see what we have for you. There we go. All right, now he wanted to come, but he didn't want to come, so I've kind of forced him a little bit. And as I'm saying that, that is the message for you guys. The Five of Cups is a cup of feeling disappointed, sad, tearful, let down. Now, he didn't want to come, and what this is saying to me is that some of you, the eclipse has eclipsed out some things that you feel sad about, but you're not allowing yourself to feel it, recognize it. See, let me explain. There is a difference between having that positive mental attitude and denying your emotions. All right, let me please explain this to you. It's really important that before we can focus on a positive mental attitude, we allow ourselves to acknowledge, accept, and release the sadness or disappointment we may have felt about something that has shifted and changed. Then we let it go. Then we're ready to come into this positive mental attitude. So some of you have not recognized that the eclipse brought up a lot of hidden hurts and you've just pushed them back down again. So what I'm asking you, well, I'm not, your higher self is asking you, is that when the next eclipse comes, I think that's towards the end of the month, so I'm not an astrologer, you can check that out. Allow these feelings to come up so that they can go like that bird that's flying. We want that sadness or hurt or whatever it is the eclipse was trying to bring up, to let it come up and let it go out and not just push it back down or deny it. So that's what we have for you this week, my darlings. Let's go on to Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, hello my sweethearts, how are you? What have we got for you this week? Pisces for the 16th, please. My son's birthday, my firstborn, on the 16th. Oh, I say. Ace of Pentacles. New beginnings financially. New beginnings in terms of how grounded you feel, stable you feel. I'm feeling your feet really strong on that earth. That every footstep that you take feels more and more assured every step. I'm just feeling that it's increasing. I'm wanting to put my feet on the floor one step in front of the other and knowing that every step I take, I'm moving towards my goals. I'm moving towards my sense of me and who I am and my inner peace and empowerment. This is feeling really strong for you this week, guys. There's definitely a new beginning that's been born out of this eclipse for you, and it feels great. What do you want to do with it? Your choice. You're the master. What do you choose to do with this new beginning that is coming in for you? Lovely. All right, my darlings, that's what I have for you for this week of the 16th. I hope it helps. And thank you so much for your likes and subscribing and your shares. I so appreciate and value each and every one of you. Thank you. Until next time, take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.